Polling expert John Curtice revealed Brexiteers remain resolute they do not want to be part of the EU as he reflects on attitudes over the last few years. Political scientist and polling expert John Curtice insisted the majority of Britons have not changed their minds on Brexit. While speaking to think tank The UK in a Changing Europe, Mr. Curtice argued Brexit still remains a divisive issue. However, he added the overall attitude has been one of leaving the European Union. He did note that there have been brief periods where polling and public opinion would suggest Britons did favour remaining in the EU, but this was short-lived. Mr. Curtice said, "To conclude, very few of us changed our minds on Brexit. This is despite the intensity of the Brexit debates over the last 4 years." Mr. Curtice explained that if there was a point that UK public opinion was swaying to remain, it was after the 2017 election. He said, "If we did change our minds at any point, the 2017 election was pivotal. It was not only pivotal in the history of Brexit in terms of Parliament, but it looks as though it was pivotal in balancing public opinion. This was primarily because it helped instigate a shift of attitudes amongst those that did not vote back in 2016. This did raise doubts about whether there was a majority in favour." The polling expert also noted that the change in attitude now may be geared more towards Brexit. He said, "With that being said, we might be accommodating ourselves to the change a bit, but not that much. At this point, I will have to say that Brexit has divided this country just as much now as it did 4 years ago." Prime Minister Boris Johnson has insisted that he and his government would not accept an extension to Brexit under any circumstances. Despite calls for an extension and pause to the trade talks by the EU because of coronavirus, the UK has been insistent. Last week in the House of Commons, Mr. Johnson argued the British public was tired of dealing with Brexit at this point. Mr. Johnson told Liberal Democrat co-leader Ed Davey, "The first point is I think the people of Britain are heartily sick of going on about Brexit. They wanted to get it done and we got it done.